Happy Dasara. How many names Parvati can have, and what are the meanings of those names? These 3 days of Dasara is dedicated to worshipping Durga. First name is Parvati. She is a symbol of power of the consort of Lord Shiva, who is responsible for disintegration and destruction of this world. Parvati, actually her name, now we'll look into the name of all the names of Durga, who's being worshipped in these 3 days. Her other name is, in Keno Upanishad, her name is mentioned as Haimavati, the daughter of the mountains. Gauri, daughter of the mountains. Her first name is Dakshayani, daughter of Daksha, who wanted to marry Shiva. Shiva was not interested, he was in Kailash, no hunger, in meditation. And when she pleads with him, she actually follows austerity, a vrat of not even eating leaves, and called as Aparna. Shiva concedes and opens his eyes, and he is Shankara, coming and getting engaged with this world. Otherwise, he is Shiva. The difference between Shiva and Shankara is this. And she is also now called as Aparna because she has followed the vrat and married. And then there is another name of Parvati being Durga. We are worshipping during these 3 days. What is the meaning of Durga? The meaning of Durga is very difficult to approach, very difficult to understand. Why? Because she represents in 2 ways. One is the softer version called Parvati, Aparna, Gauri, Haimavati, and another terrible version of Durga, Kali. So why these 2 versions? One is she represents the gunas, 3 gunas, Sattvam, Rajas and Tamas. For Tamas it is Kali, because people are made up of various gunas, and when this guna of Tamas becomes very high, and if they start indulging in pap, Kali comes. Kali, the word has come from the time. She is also called as Yoganidra. She has the power for sleep. It is said in one of the Upanishads, actually Taittiriya Upanishad, that she has got the power of sleep, and between one creation and other creation, Vishnu goes into Nidra, and that's being she being in charge of the power of sleep, she offers it to Vishnu. And in turn, Vishnu gives her the Vaishnava symbols of both conch and the disc to her, and she is called as Vaishnavi. Any more name? And Kali. The world is baffled with this so-called a woman who is completely naked, black in color, and she has got a mala of 50 heads beheaded, and she has got a chopper in her hand where the blood is dripping out from the chopper of the slaughter, and she has put her leg on Shiva. It is said that when the world is created for divinity, when the divinity goes down, and it has to be unveiled, when the world gets destructed, she actually unveils the divinity, and that is that it represents the Kali. And she becomes so aggressive, and someone has to offer so that the anger comes down. Who can do that? It's Shiva. Shiva offers himself, as he was also called Tirunilakanda, who drank the potion of poison for the sake of this world, and he offers himself to her, and she actually puts her leg on him, and so it says that because she gets the power from Shiva, and she becomes very quiet. She is also called as in subtle version Rajarajeshwari. There are various names. Durga, very difficult to approach, and there are various Puranic versions like Devi Mahatmyam, Devi Puranam, which gives various names of the Durga. Actually, God is to have created this universe, and when this universe is created, it is meant to have dharma, the path of dharma. When the dharma goes down, Kali comes very frequently to establish the dharma. that is the form of Durga. So you have both the versions, the subtle versions, Rajarajeshwari, Lalita, you have Parvati, you have Aparna, and you have the other version of Kali, represents the tamas guna. So in these 3 days, we as human beings, we are always being reminded by the goddesses Parvati that your sattva guna has to increase. Otherwise, I may have to resort to a avatar of tamas or rajas. So while worshipping Rajeshwari, Lalita, while worshipping Parvati, Durga, we all remember that our sattva guna goes up in these 3 days, followed by Lakshmi and followed by Saraswati.